Hello there ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Tips and Tactics from GW2 Online. Today we're on the raid of the Capricorn and we'll be checking out the cannon and how you can utilise it to your team's advantage. So the cannon's location is the southernmost point of the map. Both teams obviously have to go quite a long way to reach this point. You also have to go past your own capture points to get to it. It's also only one on the map, unlike the trebuchets on the Battle of Kylo where there's two. You're fighting it to attack the enemies and destroy theirs, but also trying to defend yours. On this you're going to be fighting and defending the same point. In effect it makes it almost like a fourth control point for the map, where you're not going to gain points but you do gain some pretty good map control. Now if you're going to use the cannon, you run up to it and press your activation key. When you first do this at the beginning of the game and you haven't picked up a cannonball, you can't do anything with it at all. So where do you get the cannonballs? From the deck of the ship. So you come up here, you've got a pile on either side. You just run up to those and pick one up. Also important to point out these elixirs of heroes that spawn on deck. These give you a few seconds invulnerability, so it makes it a bit easier to fight against someone on deck if you can pick that up. Obviously it gives you a strong advantage. Now the cannonballs themselves, when you pick them up you get a bundle in your hands. This doesn't blow up when you throw it, it knocks down the target, does a bit of damage. Can obviously be useful if you're trying to run with it, but the most important thing about this, that you can chuck them without them exploding, is if you've got a good coordinated team, you've got someone up on the cannon, you can have someone actually feeding them cannonballs once in a while, every time they're sort of running past. So from these bridges, once the target's green, you chuck it up, and then actually stick to the side of the wall. Not really like a real life cannonball in fact, but apparently the game allows us to do it. So then if you're up here, you can then pick the cannonball up, and then instantly drop it into the cannon to be used. So it basically means the person on the cannon will never have to leave it. You can have someone feeding them cannonballs every now and again. It keeps you being able to fire more, gives you really strong map control. So the points you can hit on the map, you can hit both capture points on either side. This also isn't me putting the camera in there, that is just a bug that it does every time you try to rotate the camera. It sucks in as you go past the central point. You can hit these skirmishing areas as well on either side. Important point you can make against the red team is you can hit this area just there. That's quite close to their spawn. It's often a running route, so if you wipe their team and they're all respawned, you can hit them there to stop them from coming up to get to their point. You can also hit these areas on either side of us by the staircases to slow them from getting towards us, help defend ourselves a little bit better. You can't hit actually on the staircase, so you can only hit right at the bottom, so obviously if they get past that you're going to be in trouble. How to stop them from getting past that as well is laying down traps. You want to use a build that has some form of trap involved, perhaps a thief or in this case a ranger. The thief's probably actually the best one as well because they do have the shadow step, which you can also use the same way through the cannonball up. You can actually shadow step up as a shortcut as well. They've also got a trap that in fact has a knockdown and the one that also stealths you away from the actual item you're on. So of course they are probably more built for it, but you need a tanky build such as the build we featured in our very first episode of Season 1, which you can check out on our channel. So that's basically everything I can really tell you about the cannon at the moment. That little trick with the cannonball is definitely the main thing to take away from this. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.